I don't actually think there's something really wrong with my nervous system or my body. I do have varicose veins. I do notice I feel I get sore more easily, and I have like more pain in my legs after working out, but I have decreased the way that I work out, how much I do. I've played around with it, and I mean, I've decreased it since like the last like 5 years. Like I've 2 to 3 days a week. It's a crazy week if I get 4 workouts in that week. So I'm not a gym rat anymore. I'm not doing that. I rarely even run and stuff like that. So I don't have a weight. I do some sprints around the block if I'm really feeling it that day, but that's rare. There's a stress that you carry when you are in, and it's so sick as I'm speaking this, because I remember my mom used to like rally with me against my ex, because she was like, because the way the amount that I've been getting has slowly changed, but now I see it's like it's all very sick, because it's like it keeps you in this sort of like hamster wheel where it's like you're dependent on these people, because that's the only financial means that I have. And so he slowly added more when we needed it, but I had to demand it. I had to ask it from him. And also the goal is to not be dependent on these people. So I don't want to be, I'm just trying to face it as it's coming through. I'm not saying it's about blaming, but I am mom 24/7 with a kid that's first. That's just how it is. Like, I'm not going to change that about me, and I'm not going to feel like there's something wrong with me, or like I'm already carrying all that too. Like, I'm carrying all of the emotional burden of that, and the amount of like overstimulation that I get from my kid being noisy that I love to death. And I wish I wasn't like that, y'all, every day. I wish there was more, not like there are times of peace, but I wish that I wasn't overstimulated by that, because that would have really helped. And like it's a real weird, like, but whatever, like some of us are more sensitive, and so that's the reason I know, because it's like it's always going to be a game of figuring it out for yourself and what you can handle and can't handle. But when you have a security in your life, when you have a secure job, when you have the things that you need around you, when you have time to relax, you have a job that's like on a computer where you can just sit down and relax. You don't have to keep getting up because kids need you or whatever. Like, even when I'm working out, I have to stop to feed my kid. One of my goals is to get him to make his own sandwiches and get him making his own breakfast, but it's partly because I've allowed it, and my kid has been, but in a way, I'm kind of grateful that he's not like both struggles with motor function and is stubborn about wanting to be independent. Like, there were things that he taught himself how to ride a bike. We had one of those, like, didn't have pedal, balance bike first, and then he taught himself how to ride a bike after that, and then he taught himself how to swim. So it's like there's things that he's wants to be independent about, but then there's other stuff where it's like playing by himself. Like, I don't know why it's like, so I have to continue to let it go, and not like that. I'm that type as well, especially when you're around it. Like, that's just how it is too. I think as women, it's like when I know someone else is taking care of my kid, I can kind of mentally, emotionally check out for a little while, and I don't worry about it. But when I'm around it, it's in my awareness. And to me, that's my duty. Like, that's my job. Like, when he's at school, they're in charge of him, but that, of course, was stressful. Unfortunately for me, like, I can see that with other kids. Like, I didn't like school, but if my kid were a different kid, I'm sure he would have likely been in school, because there still are good things about school. It's unfortunate that we've grown up in a culture that we've had all of this crazy, these shootings and stuff like that. Like, that is unfortunate. But like, there was a lot about it, the social aspect, being away from your parents to like figure things out for yourself, and like learning study skills, discipline, having to have being on a schedule. Like, there's things about it that are good. It's definitely both, but it would, as a single mom, I need a way to have a job. So like, it's not working for us, but I'm having to continue to like like find gratitude and contentment with the situation that we're in. But I can't believe how like this whole time I'm like, it hasn't like added up for me that it's like, because I used to work out and I would rest and have whatever recoveries. And I was selfish because I would just that was my thing. It was my addiction. It was my obsession, my passion, whatever. But still, I spent absurd amounts of time at the gym. But people who are gym rats know, like, this is a lifestyle. So it is that way as well, to be able to be in shape, to want to work out and stay in shape. It's like, you got to figure out the way your diet works. Like, you got to be able to buy the stuff that you need, and like, prepping, a lot of cooking and prepping food because you're trying to eat healthy and keep your energy levels up, and making time for recovery and stuff. So it's like, that's hard for me in my situation because it's variant what my kids' needs are as well as mine, and my body is cyclical, and also I'm carrying the emotional and everything else that I'm going through every single day, and facing, even if I'm not necessarily focused on it all the time. I'm not always focused on our financial struggle and like the thing, whatever, but like I'm still carrying it in some way. Like there's nobody else to delegate it to. There's nobody else giving me a sense of security in my life. So that it's like, something's got to give. Like, somebody's got to come in and help me. Like, somewhere, somebody's got to come be a support system for me. I'm just one person. Like, it's not that I don't want to still continue to do it alone, but that doesn't mean that I don't need other people, like, to help me with the stress load. All right, that's it. We're going to make it better for moms out here, because it's not, so I'm just supposed to like get so stressed that I snap every week. Like, no, that's not the way. It's completely taking me away from, like, if I hadn't done all of this inner work, if I didn't know how to do breath work, I would be on I would be on drugs. Like, that's the only way to do this, because my nervous system can only take so much. Okay. Thanks for listening.